morning and welcome to the free daily coaching hangout. Your daily hangout for mindset, tech tips, and everything attraction marketing. We're here every morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Sit back or jump in. Either way, remember to have some fun. Here at freedailycoaching.com.
All right, good morning and welcome to the free daily coaching call. Bert Bledsoe here, and I want to jump over and make sure that everyone can see and hear me this morning before we get into the Mindset Monday. I've got a couple slides actually this morning, which is something that's a little atypical that we don't always do here on free daily coaching. So wanted to get those slides out and wanted to make sure that you could see and hear me. So go ahead and let me know over in the chat if you can see and hear me, and I will play the slides and away we will go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let me see. I know there's just a little bit of a delay, so I will let that delay go through. And just looking for someone to put in the chat, yes, you can see and hear me. Let me know that you can see and hear me, and off we will go this morning. While I'm waiting for you guys to respond over in the chat, I want to say good morning to Jeannie Gizzo. Good morning to Tanya. Good morning, Robert McCrae out in Cali. Good morning to you, sir. Good morning, Len Mooney out in Cali. Good morning to Mr. Howie. Good morning, Deb. Deerdorf, Heath, what's up to you, buddy? I know there's a bunch of you popping on. I'm just trying to see if you guys can actually see and hear me. It shows that there's a lot of people viewing, but not everyone's over here. So I want to make sure that everyone can actually see and hear me. Let me go over onto Facebook, make sure if there's anyone sending me Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm not getting anything over in the chat, and I can see the attendees and I can see visitors. So I'm just going to go into the presentation and hope that you guys can see it. And that's it. I am going to go over and boom. I'm going to go over and do a screen share. I'm hoping that all the visitors, I can see that there's a bunch of viewers this morning. So I'm hoping that you guys can see, because I'm not getting any of the attendees that are typing back over in the chat that, yes, you can see and hear me. Let me check on Facebook with someone and see if we're having a glitch this morning. Make sure that you guys can actually see me. So let me just check. I'm checking over on Facebook and checking to see. And we'll see right now. I tried to bring a couple people over as well. Let me see, just to see if they can. Okay, you can see me. Okay, awesome, awesome. Someone let me know on Facebook. Okay, so I'm just going to go over to my screen share here, guys, and do a screen share, and away we go. Hey, Len, I just brought you over because I wasn't sure if people could see and hear me. So go ahead and mute yourself. I'm not looking for any interaction this morning. I just wanted to make sure that I was live because there's a lot of viewers and not as many people over here this morning. So on the chat, I couldn't see back. So let me go ahead and get started here, guys. As we know, this morning is a Mindset Monday. We're going to go over 6 points this morning on the free daily coaching call, and then after these 6 points, we're going to I'm going to transfer and do the second half of the call on the My Lead System Pro morning wake-up call. I'll go ahead and post that number in the chat. It's 1-832-551-5901, and the access code is 100669. Now, this two-part series, I'll go ahead and I'll make the second video later this afternoon, and maybe I'll just make one complete video that's in addition to this Mindset Monday. And what we're going to talk about is 6 points that These are 6 specific points of a millionaire mindset. And the reason I chose the millionaire mindset was because that's a level of success, excuse me, that's a level of success that is a measurable level of success. It's something that people can actually see, that it's a tangible result, and it's something that everyone is familiar with. So because of that, that's why I went with that millionaire mindset. So the very first key that we need to be set up for to have that success-based mindset is you have to actually know what you want. See, the problem with a lot of individuals that aren't getting the results in life that they want is they don't actually know what they want. Now, you may want to have a specific house or live in a specific location in a year from now. Maybe you want to drive a specific car, or you have a specific mission, specific people that you would like to help. Many of you know by now, by looking at my Facebook and pictures and stuff, that in our family we're trying to be more of an urban homesteading lifestyle, growing our own food, having our animals, really being a part of the environment that we live in, but doing it while we're still living amongst other people in a neighborhood and in a community. So you have to know what it is that you specifically want.
Hey, Bert.
Yes.
I can't see you at all. I can hear you. There we go. Now I can see something.
Could you not see the screen share before?
No, I couldn't. Now I can see it. Does Mindset Monday create wealth with dedication?
Yeah, awesome. Okay, well then there, I'll just leave it in that mode. I was over in the slideshow presentation, so I thought that you guys could still see it. So I'll just leave it in this mode. So create wealth with dedication. Millionaires, people that are successful, they're dedicated to creating wealth. That is what your life can have a lot of different facets. One of those facets in becoming successful has to be the dedication to that wealth. So if you have a job, that's part of this, okay? You can create wealth with that income. The idea is that the people that are having massive success, they're dedicating their lives. You don't see Bill Gates and Richard Branson and Kiyosaki and Trump and the Sultan of Brunei and these guys that are, accumulating mass wealth. You don't see them hanging out in line to get a scratch-off ticket. Okay, they're not at the casino playing penny slots. Okay, what they're doing is they're taking their revenues, their wealth, what they've accumulated, and then they're taking that and reinvesting it. They're putting that back in because they're dedicated to creating that wealth, which really, guys, if you don't think about it in terms of money, okay, if you want to take the money element out of it and use the millionaire mindset as the success-based mindset, then consider that wealth the legacy that they're leaving. Okay, because that's what that really allows you to do. When you're dedicated to creating that wealth and you continually build, that's what you are enabled to do over time, is really create yourself a legacy. All right, I'm going back. All right, can you see the next one, Howie? Think big.
Yeah.
All right, I will set this up. I'll do a screenshot later of just the PowerPoint, or I'll upload the PowerPoint just in the group so you can make sure that you have all these 6 points and the 6 points that I go over in the next call. So I'll just go ahead and stop the screen share. I'll actually save the PowerPoint for you guys, and I'll upload it, or I'll upload it in a PowerPoint form so you guys can see it in just a few minutes here after the call, after the second half. So item number 3 that we're going to look at out of these 6 items, right? So we talked about dedicating ourselves to creating wealth, right? We talked about knowing what we want. The third thing that success-based individuals have is they think big, okay? Now, of course, we have to, when we learn how to do something, it's good to start off small and start with the basics and learn what we are required to learn to get the fundamental skill set. Okay, absolutely. But we don't want to whimper away from taking a challenge. We don't want to stop learning because we become afraid, right? Imagine this. When you can think big, think about what it would be like in terms of your business. Let's say that we're going to think in terms of a team and building a home-based business team. Think big. What would it be like? What would your team look like when you have 100 team members and those 100 members have members? What would you be doing? That's thinking big. What would you be doing today if you had 100 members on your team? Would you be holding a webinar? Would you be doing training? Would you be calling your team leaders? What is it that you'd be doing if you had 100 or 1,000? Think big. What would it be like if myself and Len and Howie were all three thinking big? We were all three thinking, well, Howie's got a team of 100, Len's building a team of 100, I'm going to have a team of 100. Okay, we're going to have 300 guys and gals, all right? Me and Howie and Len are going to have 300 people total. Hey, guys, what could we do together? How can we think big? How can we do something? Let's go big, because we're going to have like 300 people. That's a pretty good-sized group of people. What are we going to do? We need to think about what we're going to do. We're going to have to think big. If we're already doing webinars, we might have to think big, guys. We might have to think about, well, Howie's in Florida, and Len is in the West Coast. I'm in Colorado. Maybe we're going to have to meet in Kansas City. Maybe we meet in Denver. I don't know, but if we have 300 people, we're going to maybe have to do something big like have an event. That's what successful people are thinking about. They're not thinking about, well, I only have 2 people to call today. They're thinking about going big. What am I going to do when my team is 27 people next week? I better do something today for what that looks like. Okay, so successful people are thinking big. Step number 4, see the opportunities. Literally start looking for opportunities, right? Average normal people, they see obstacles. Okay, last night, guys, I want to tell you, I love this show, The Undercover Boss, right, where this individual goes, and I'm sure you guys already know about it. I don't have to give you the whole backstory. A guy that owns a company or gal goes undercover and checks out his employees. Well, one of the employees was replying to their employer last night, and it was such a great demonstration of how average people see obstacles. This lady was talking about being broke and not having enough money, and it's hard for people, and she just literally was like, yeah, it's hard for everyone. Like, she was just making that, like, that's just part of her world, that is just like everyone's struggling. It's always rough for everyone, and that's not the case. Everyone is not struggling. There are people that every single day that are creating wealth, that are going out and having amazing lives. Guys, I want to throw this in just as a side note. If you haven't heard of this guy, go look him up. His name is Dave Ramsey, okay? This guy empowers people through their own finances to go and pay off their debt, to go out and create wealth in their lives. Guys, my wife Jessica and I haven't followed it exactly. We're not like, crazy followers of Dave Ramsey, but my wife already knew these concepts. And she tried to tell them to me, and I really, guys, I'm sure a lot of guys, and I'm sure ladies, you can just switch the roles here, but I'm sure that you can relate to this, that there's sometimes someone very close to you, like your spouse, is telling you something and you can't hear it, right? And then you turn on the radio and they're saying the exact same thing, and you're like, babe, do you know this Dave Ramsey guy? And she's like, yeah, dude, I've been telling you this for like 2 years. Okay, we got to pay our bills, and we got to pay them off, right? So I want you to go out and look for the opportunity, right? And instead of looking for obstacles, instead of looking for the challenge, look for the opportunities, right? And do this. Go out and go back and sit down and write it down and be honest with yourself and say, hey, was there some opportunities that I honestly missed? Not just like the fly-by-night thing or this or that, right? I'm talking about, was there some legitimate opportunities that you missed out on this year? Maybe write down 3 of those opportunities, and then look at was there a cause to why you missed out on that? And what was that cause? Was it because you were afraid? Was it because you didn't have the money? Was it because the kids were, you know, out of school and it was the middle of summer? What was the cause? And let's try to identify that cause. Identify that cause so that we can see if that specific cause is a hindrance in building, in moving forward, and what's required so that that cause will know to change. What's required to change so that cause will no longer hinder us, will no longer block us from taking those required actions. Okay, let's move to the next step. I would like to let's do one more thing. In addition to those three things, those opportunities, let's look right now. Is there somewhere in your life right now? Is there a moment right now that's happening where there's an opportunity that might be right there that you're not even seeing it? Could that be a possibility? Is that a possibility? All right, let's move to the next step. Step number 5 is, and I made a little fun on the PowerPoint, guys, because it's Christmas time right now. Not the clause, okay? Not the clause, but the cause. Be the cause. Now, last week we had some fun, and everyone wanted to be the clause, right? Everyone was pretending to be Santa Claus, and they were giving gifts, and it was fun. And now, as we move through this holiday season, I want you to think about what it is that successful people are doing. Successful people they cause things to happen. They're not waiting around watching things happen. They're not like waiting for someone else to do, right? That's what happens. That's what average people do. Average people are experiencing the world. Things are happening to them, right? Things are happening to them like it's some external force coming at them. Successful people are making things happen. They're the cause of things. So we want to look at being the cause instead of being the clause, right? We don't want to just be this like side note, okay? Are you the cause? And can you start to become the cause? Can you start to look at your life, your experience, and see where you're the motivating factor? See where you're responsible. See where you're taking part of and being in the moment of what's happening and being responsible, right? Taking that ownership and becoming the cause. Guys, and I'm not talking about you have to go out and save the world. I'm not talking about that you have to go and, you know, give water to the entire continent of Africa. I'm saying, could you be the cause? Could Howie today be the cause of why 3 business owners find out about an amazing way to set up an autoresponder? Absolutely. Why? He can cause people to because he set it up. He can be the cause, right? He can actually make things happen. He can go and change businesses' lives, right? Their operations based on communication and based on a specific tool that he knows about communication that he could show them how to implement in their business. Okay? He could become the cause, guys, right? Not, well, like 5 people said no to me today. Like that happened to you, right? So let's look at step number 6. I'm switching back and forth to my slides, guys, so give me 1 second. Is play to win, right? Successful people are playing to win, okay? Just normal people are just trying to make it through the game, right? They're trying to play the game and not get their butt kicked, right? Like seriously, can you imagine if every time you went to go play, and I'm going to use football, guys, because I watched football and I played football as a kid. I can't use baseball references and stuff because I don't know, right? Can you imagine every time you stepped on a football field, if you just thought, man, I hope we don't just get shillelagh today. Like, I hope they don't just wax us, right? Can you imagine if every time you stepped on the hockey rink to play a game of hockey, you thought, man, I hope these guys don't, outshoot us 27-1 today, right? Can you imagine what that mindset would be? No, it would be horrible. They would never win, right? When those guys step on the field, they are here to play. Yesterday, there was a football game, Oakland Raiders versus Denver Broncos. Oakland Raiders had absolutely nothing to gain, like, in the future of football by winning that game. But let me tell you what, when those guys went out there, they were playing 100%, right? They were giving their all. They still wanted to win the game, guys. Why? Because they're successful. They're professionals. That's what they do. So in your business, are you playing to win? Or are you just playing to not lose? Right? What are the chances that you're going to win if you're just playing to not lose? They're not very good, right? There's almost none. What are your chances of winning if you're playing just to not lose? It's pretty slim. So how do you set yourself up to play to win? My mentor talks about a lot of times looking at the field and playing on the field where you know you can actually play, right? So set yourself up to win. Look at something that you can actually do. In this case, we gave an example about how Howie had made a series of videos based on communicating via email. He can go play to win because he can go and look, check this out, he can go and look specifically for and talk specifically to people that are looking for that style of communication. Okay, then he's playing to win. If he's going to play not to lose, he's going to go like, he's going to go talk to people that may just like kind of want to like check it out, sort of, you know. He's not playing to win there. He's just playing to stay even, right? Maybe if I could just break even here, if I could just get the one guy, that'll cover me. Why not play to win and say, you know what, I'm going to go get 2 people because now I'm going to pay for mine and I'm going to be in profit. Right? So let's play to win. I'm going to review really quick, guys, on the 6 steps. The very first one is know what you want, right? Success mindset, you have to know exactly what it is that you want. Step 2 is have a wealth creating dedication. Be dedicated to this. Be dedicated to changing your life. Be dedicated to becoming successful. It's not like a thing that happens by luck. Successful people, you know, you've heard it many times, success leaves clues. People are taking specific steps. Think big. Start thinking big. Start thinking how you can play big, right? Start looking for opportunities. Look for the opportunity instead of the challenges. Be the cause. Start being the driving force in your business. Start being the driving force in what's happening around you. Be the cause of things. Start to make things happen. Stop allowing things to happen to you. And finally, play to win. Every time you step on the field, go out and give it your gusto. Play to win. Guys, I'm gonna end with this. Before I go over to the My Lead System Pro call, and I'm gonna give you the number again. It's 1-832-551-5901. You don't have to be a member. This is absolutely free. You can invite anyone you want. And there's the access code I put in the chat. I typed it in the chat, but I don't know. It's like the chat is not enabled. I'm not sure. Guys.
There, Bert, I see it.
Okay, cool. Mine is just not there. Awesome. So you guys could be typing.
Everyone's chatting. No problem.
Oh, okay. Yeah, mine is just not. Mine is just scrolling through. So, come over, get those other 6 steps, guys. The thing that I wanted to tell you guys and how I'm implementing this is this play to win. You know what? This past weekend, I said I want to step it up again with free daily coaching. If I'm gonna step in the field, I'm gonna play to win. I'm gonna have it organized. I'm gonna have something to talk about. It's not always just gonna be freestyle Bert. Okay? It's gonna be sometimes it's gonna be PowerPoint. Sometimes it's gonna be in your face. This is real marketing. Right? Sometimes it's going to be things like this morning where we say, hey, we've got steps, okay? These are tangible. These are real things that we can start to apply, that I've done, that you can do, that others can do, that you can share with other people to have success in your business. I want to thank every single one of you for joining us here at Free Daily Coaching. Like I mentioned, jump over on the call. We're going to do the next 6 steps. We're going to talk about the next 6 steps of a successful mindset, and then this afternoon I'll go ahead and put over in the free daily coaching. I'll post that either a PDF with all of them, or I'll post a link over to the keynote presentation, the PowerPoint, so that you can get all 12 points. Thank you again for joining us here at Free Daily Coaching. Have a great day, and we'll see you all very soon. I'm going to shoot you guys today to go over to my YouTube channel and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed to my YouTube, because there's quite a few videos coming out, and I want to make sure that you got all the free daily coachings calls at your fingertips. We'll see you soon.